This is a story about a woman named Margaret who always had everything, except the most important thing. Margaret was almost 50, ran successful businesses, and lived in a luxurious house, surrounded by admiration and respect. But beneath all this wealth lay loneliness. In her youth, she was beautiful and had many admirers. But the years passed, and there was still no one truly close by her side. Friends and colleagues drifted away, and with each passing year, her loneliness grew stronger. One day, Margaret met Alex. He was young, about 25 years younger than her, and worked as a simple waiter in one of her restaurants. Tall, with a warm smile, he drew attention with his sincerity. Margaret, used to people from high society, saw something special in him. After that, she began inviting him to dinners more often, gradually opening up and feeling a kind of forgotten emotion. One day, she made him an offer to become her husband. In return, she promised him a comfortable life, would pay for his education, and even help him start a business. For Alex, who had grown up in a modest family and had always struggled to make his way in life, the offer was too tempting to refuse. He knew he'd have to play a role, but he agreed nonetheless. And so, the wedding took place. To the guests, they looked like a loving couple, but Margaret knew the truth, and Alex realized he had become part of a less than honest arrangement. At first, everything went well. They traveled often, enjoyed luxury, and spent time together. But soon, Alex began to realize that money and luxury could not make up for the lack of genuine feelings. All that wealth was nothing more than a golden cage. He felt like an actor in someone else's play, longing for freedom more with each passing day. A year later, he approached Margaret and told her he couldn't continue like this. He felt he was losing himself, living a life that wasn't his, and pretending to be someone he wasn't. But Margaret didn't want to let him go. She offered him more money just to stay. She was ready to do anything to avoid being alone. In the end, Alex left. He realized that no amount of money could replace his freedom and true feelings. And Margaret understood that love couldn't be bought, no matter how much she wanted it to. This story left a mark on their lives. Margaret was left with her wealth, but with an even sharper emptiness. Alex learned to appreciate simple joys and was grateful he found the strength to leave. He left the city and started a new life, free from illusions and pretenses. Thus ended a story that reminds us, true love cannot be measured by money, and neither wealth nor fame can replace the feelings that come from genuine relationships.